Hello, I'm Gloria Wilson, Director of Education and Research Services at the Gustav L. and Janet W. Levy Library. I want to offer you a warm welcome on behalf of the Mount Sinai Health System Libraries. My goal in this video is to ensure you have the key information you need to use and benefit from library resources and services for the duration of your time with us here at Mount Sinai. The library team partners with all of Mount Sinai. Here you can see that the library team places you as library user and stakeholder at the center of our services. The mission of the Levy Library is to support the educational, research, and patient care activities of the faculty, students, and staff of the Mount Sinai Health System. The library implements its mission by providing access to biomedical information resources in paper, digital, and electronic formats, and by serving as a resource on communication, web, and computing issues for the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai. The library also serves as an instruction center, computing commons study, and collaboration space for members of the Mount Sinai community. As a knowledge repository, the library will provide leadership in the archiving, storage, and management of institutional records and information resources. The involvement of library and technology professionals brings institutional success to each key area of the Levy Library's vision in education, research, and clinical practice. We have a robust collection here at Levy Library designed to support the clinical research and education needs of the Mount Sinai community. While we do still have a modest print collection, the majority of our collection is electronic, and that includes over 90,000 e-journals, over 300,000 e-books across dozens of clinical specialties, and over 150 databases. Access to the library's online journals, databases, e-books, streaming media, and more is available anywhere and at any time to current interns, residents, and fellows with valid Mount Sinai credentials. If you would like to access resources from off campus, you can do so in a variety of ways. The simplest way to access library resources is from links on the library's website, library.mssm.edu. Links from the library's website are configured to authenticate users through our authentication tool called Open Athens. When you try to access our resources off campus, you'll see a screen to log into Open Athens. So when you click on a resource link on the library's website, a sign-in box will pop up. Select Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai from the list. At this point, you may need to enter your Mount Sinai email address and password and complete the steps for multi-factor authentication, which may require you to use one of the authentication tools like Microsoft Authenticator or Semantic VIP Access. Once you have successfully authenticated, you're in. If you prefer not to navigate through the library website, you can also go directly to resource sites like PubMed, UpToDate, or Publisher's Journal page. This can be useful if you happen to find an article through a Google search, or you just want to click through the latest issue of a journal. When you are on a resource website, you will need to look for the sign-in or login option. Click on that link and look for an institutional sign-in or Open Athens sign-in link. Once you click on that link, you will search for the Icahn School of Medicine, select Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai from the list, then select Sign In at Icahn School of Medicine. At this point, you may need to enter your Mount Sinai email address and password and complete the steps for multi-factor authentication. Once you have successfully authenticated, you're in. One great feature with our authentication tool, Open Athens, is that once you authenticated through one library subscribed resource, your information is stored and you will most likely not need to authenticate again for up to 8 hours if you're in the same web browsing session. Just follow the steps and look for a sign-in option, and then look for an institutional or Open Athens login link. Click on it, and your stored information will automatically authenticate you and sign you in. Just to note, that the library does not subscribe to every journal or resource. So if you are not able to get access to a particular resource directly through a publisher's website, go to the library website to confirm what's available in the library's collection. For those occasions when you need to access library resources from your phone or tablet, many of our resources are either mobile optimized or feature a mobile app. For more information about the apps and connecting to our resources effectively, be sure to visit us online at libguides.mssm.edu/login. Once you're on the library's website, I highly recommend using the links under the area Popular Tools, Collections, and Services. Use browser extensions and bookmarklets to identify and facilitate access to full-text content that we subscribe to. Whether you're searching on external sites such as PubMed.gov or Google and Google Scholar, these tools will provide indication when content is available to you via our subscriptions. Browsing is yet another tool you can use to browse our journal collections. Here's a screenshot of all the various journals we have access to, organized by medical specialty. I would like to highlight clinical resources to support your learning and practice. Many of these resources not only include topic reviews, but also include interactive content such as multimedia, continuing medical education modules, and even include board review question banks to aid in preparation for the exams. We also have clinical evidence summary tools such as UpToDate, Dynamed, and BMJ best practices. You will also see UpToDate when you're logged in to the EPIC system. Here we have a selection of board review and test prep resources. You can browse the library catalog to find over 100 books with content for board reviews. We have several titles in the Mayo Clinic Board Reviews collection. Board Vitals provides test materials and practice question banks for board certifications. On the left is a list of all the specialties offered. All you need to do is register for an account with a Mount Sinai affiliated email address at no cost to you. Be sure to follow the link at info.boardvitals.com/Mount Sinai to initiate your account. We know that you have multiple responsibilities and roles while at Mount Sinai. We strive to support you in all aspects of your career, including teaching and conducting research. Here we have an example of conducting a search in the library catalog for clinical teaching materials. In the search field, you could type the phrase clinical teaching. In this example, I then sorted the results by material type, selected books as a type, and refined by publication dates to retrieve books published in the last 4 years. Here we have an example of conducting a search for clinical research materials. In this case, you could type the phrase clinical research into the search field. On the right side, we have an example of a title of a book that came up in the search results. The book is titled Designing Clinical Research, published in 2023. The book is available as an ebook, which allows you to view it online and download as a PDF. Our interlibrary loan service is designed to facilitate borrowing from other libraries. So we do have a very rich collection, but we don't have everything. So if you find an article, a book chapter, or a book that isn't available through our collection, you could submit an interlibrary loan request, and we will try to obtain a copy for you from another library. We offer a whole suite of services under our research consultation service to facilitate different aspects of the research process. Engage with our librarians to explore information needs and skills development, discuss approaches to using the library's resources, tools, and services, and collaborate on evidence synthesis projects such as systematic reviews. Explore our Writing Resources Guide to find tools and resources to support your writing efforts. You will find manuals and guides such as the AMA Manual of Style. The Scholarly Communications Guide provides guidance and best practices on topics like publishing and sharing your work. We have included a tab on Case Report Publishing, highlighting our no-cost or discount open access arrangement with BMJ case reports for Mount Sinai authors. The Writing Support Service is designed to help you improve the flow and clarity of your writing. It is certainly great for manuscripts intended for publication. It can help you answer peer review comments that might pertain to writing issues. The Writing Support Service is also available for non-manuscript things like personal statements and grant proposals. We have expanded our service to include some evening and weekend hours. Did you know that the Levy Library also has a Levy Library Press? Consider publishing or gaining editorial experience with the Journal of Scientific Innovation in Medicine. It is an open access journal and does not charge any author submission, publication, or processing fees. Our editorial team blends students, trainees, librarians, and faculty with a wide range of authorship and editorial expertise to provide mentored peer review learning opportunities. The Levy Library has arranged discounts on the article processing charges, or APCs, for Mount Sinai authors who wish to publish in open access journals from the following publishers. To take advantage of the discount or no-cost publishing, you must identify yourself as a Mount Sinai author during the article submission process. Now let's take a look at our library spaces. Here are the current hours when the Levy Library space is open for use. There are collaborative areas of the space that are great for groups. There are also more private and silent zones. We have 74 workstations, all with the following software installed and available, such as Adobe Acrobat, ArcGIS, EndNote, Microsoft Office Suite, SAS, and SPSS. We have the ability to schedule spaces at the Levy Library for hybrid or in-person trainings, didactics, and group learning activities. Schedule a 35 or 15-seat computer lab at the link provided. If you need a more personal space for an interview or a one-to-one meeting, you can reserve a meeting pod. There are also conference-style rooms for group meetings. Do you know your library options? There are 3 library locations within the health system. You're welcome to use any library, so you're not limited to just the library at the location where you're doing your training. We aim to create a welcoming, comfortable, and quiet atmosphere, so the libraries are a great place for reading, studying, charting, working on a research project, or just simply unwinding for a few minutes. All library facilities offer computers, printers, copiers, and scanners. If you need to access statistical software, you can access both SAS and SPSS at all 3 of our locations. There are designated computers with SAS and SPSS available at the Morningside and West libraries. At Levy Library, the current hours are always posted on the library's homepage. If you rotate through Morningside or West, you're likely to meet our dedicated library staff. Stop in and say hello. 24/7 access is now provided for all our Mount Sinai students, trainees, faculty, and staff. Alaska Librarian Service is available Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. During those hours of operation, you can call us or chat with a library staff member for an immediate response. For inquiries about our research consultation services, including systematic review and other evidence synthesis projects, or if you would like to request a library instruction class or need guidance with finding resources for teaching, please send us an email at the email provided, refdesk@mssm.edu. We would be so happy to assist. I hope you found this video to be informative and that it has encouraged you to use our resources and services and to drop in at our library sites or engage with us in person or online. Once again, welcome to Mount Sinai.